Hadith of the Day, a program from the Call of Islam.
Send me your mercy, send me your peace, for I am lost for sure. Oh Lord, here I am, yearning for your cure. This humble servant will be diverted from you no more, no more, no more.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to COI Radio. Imam Kazim in a hadith says, Jihadul mar'ah husnut taba'ul. It is the jihad of a woman to lead a good conjugal life. Islam places leadership of the family on the shoulders of the man, and it expects that the wife will respond by accepting his leadership and leading a good life with him. However, this is a jihad. This is not easy. This is a challenge. It's called a jihad of women in the words of the al-Bayt. So the reason for this is that it's not because women are weak or women are stupid, but that the man has been made the leader, but rather that it's in the best interest of the entire family when you have a leader, one, and that leader is the man. So now the question that comes is, can a woman accept a fallible, flawed human as a leader? Because Allah said, can she accept the ability or him leading her? Right? So we're not suggesting that she be a doormat. We're not suggesting that she be the husband walk all over her, but that she be the follower. He's the leader and she's the follower, even though there are some traditions which suggest that a woman can very easily rob a man of his intellect. So it's not that she doesn't have the ability to control him and to run things, but it's better for everybody, including her, and it's better for her to work on her own nafs by following. So, for instance, this is supported by this ayat of Quran. This is in Surah 4, and it's verse number 34. فَالصَّالِحَاتِ قَانِتَاتِ. So righteous women are obedient. Or another hadith, which is again from the Prophet of Allah, he says, قَالَ لَوْ أَمَرْتُ أَحَدًا أَنْ يَسْجُدَ لِأَحَدٍ لَأَمَرْتُ الْمَرْأَ أَنْ تَسْجُدَ لِزَوْجِهَا. If I were to command anyone to prostrate before anyone, I would command a woman to prostrate before her husband. So all of these things are indicating that the woman should be accepting the husband as her leader, following him, and accepting this role. But again, as I said, this is jihad, as it's been mentioned in the words of the al-Bayt, allowing him to lead, respecting him and following him, although he's flawed, although he's not perfect. But one secret that the woman should know is that if she does this, if she will accept and be feminine in the relationship, she will have the man wrapped around her finger. As long as she's not a doormat, but she follows these rules, she doesn't have to worry that this will lead to oppression. No, not at all. Instead, men normally want to please their wives. They live to please their wives. They feel much better when their wives are happy. So if she will lead, allow him to lead and run affairs in this soft way, she will bring out the best in him. So there are several ways that she is supposed to expect or accept his leadership. One of them, which is tough sometimes, is that she's not supposed to leave the house without his permission. She has to get the permission of her husband to leave. Of course, if she knows that the husband doesn't mind if she goes, it's okay. She doesn't have to have written permission or that the husband makes a statement. But if he says, stay in the house, no, you're not supposed to go. So one way of accepting his leadership is that. The other one is willing sexual surrender in the bedroom, that which is called tamkeen in Farsi or in Arabic, that she submits to him and she presents herself for his desires. The third way of accepting his leadership is dressing up and beautifying herself according to his taste, making herself attractive to him. And the way that we're going to talk about more today is actually respecting him and supporting his decisions, believing in him, allowing him to lead, allowing her children to see that daddy is in charge of the household. So I want to give an example of this type of leadership. Actually, I want to borrow from a verse of Quran in which the Queen of Sheba is talking to her council. She's just received, and it's interesting because this is an example of a woman who's a leader and the apparently men who are there, who are her high council, they're advising her. But this is how they're dealing with her, and ulama have driven, how we should be with leaders, even in this statement, which is a woman leading. So in this conversation, she's just received a letter from Hazrat Sulaiman. Hazrat Sulaiman is demanding that she and her people come and submit to Islam. So she says, well, what should I do? She's speaking to her council, but see how they respond to her. This is what they say. This is Surah 27, and it's verse number 33. قَالُوا نَحْنُ أُولُو قُوَّةٍ وَأُولُو بَأْسٍ شَدِيدٍ. We are powerful and possess great might. وَالْأَمْرُ إِلَيْكَ فَانْظُرِي مَاذَا تَأْمُرِينَ. But it is up to you to command. So see what you will command. So you see, they didn't frighten her. They didn't threaten her. They believed in her. They encouraged her. Look, they told her what was there. That, look, we're strong. We can do this. But it's up to you. Make your best decision. We're there behind you. We support you. We think we will follow your lead. So this is an excellent practice for us to, our sisters to do in respect to their husbands. Another example, this is a historical example, is from the time of Hazrat Fatima salamullah alaiha, that she has been injured, and some people come to the door and they want to talk to her. They want to pass salams to her. So at this stage, Hazrat Fatima is very unhappy with these people, so they approach Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, and they ask him that, look, you know what's happened? We would like to come and apologize. Would you allow us to come in? So look here at the conversation between Imam Ali and between Hazrat Fatima salamu alayhima, and see how we see the role of leadership even in a time of crisis. She's very sick. She's on her deathbed. She is upset with these individuals, but the Prophet, Imam Ali comes to speak to her. So he comes to her. He says that some people are there at the door, and they would like to speak to her. She said, such and such are at the door. They would like to speak to you. They want to pass salams to you. What do you think? So she, instead of just imposing his opinion on her, he says, what, these people are here at the door. We would like to speak to you. What do you think? She says that al-Baytu baytuk wal-hurratu zawjatuk if'al ma tasha. The house is your house, and the free woman is your wife. Do whatever you please. So even at a time of crisis, then Hazrat Fatima accepts the leadership of Amirul Mu'mineen, and that led to a great victory of Islam. So you see, even in the time of crisis, that you're the one who makes the final decision. Okay, I am unhappy with these individuals, but you're the leader of the household. You make this decision, and your decision is the one that we will go with. The last area of accepting the husband's leadership and respecting him and obeying him will be in actually listening to him and following his instructions. This hadith is from the Prophet of Allah, and it's related to the Prophet of Allah says that a Muslim man receives no greater blessing after Islam greater than a Muslim wife. She pleases him when he looks at her. She dresses up for him. She looks nice for him. She obeys him when he commands her. She follows his instructions, and protects him when he is away from her with her chastity and looking after his property. This is the way that she can live up to that Islamic ideal. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Oh Lord, here I am, pleading at your door. Send me your mercy, send me your peace, or I am lost for sure. Oh Lord, here I am, yearning for your cure. This humble servant will be diverted from you